Mark your calendars for the television event of the summer. It's the return of the Drawfee Variety Hour. Tune in June 7th at 2 p.m. Eastern Time for 6 hours of Drawfee variety content with hosts Nathan and Karina. There will be art, music, and more surprise guests than we can even count. And we'll be celebrating Pride Month by raising money for Trans Lifeline, a peer-supporting crisis hotline nonprofit offering support and resources to the trans community. So join us in supporting viewers like you at the Drawfee Variety Hour. Brought to you by Drawfee Public Broadcast.
Welcome to Drawfee, where we take your dumb ideas
and make even dumber drawings.
I'm Jacob.
I'm Julia.
I'm Nathan.
I'm Karina.
Wow.
Julia, I don't know why you're doing a voice.
It's Drawfee characters.
Oh.
Which
doesn't
character-
answer the question, but
Which character is this?
This is a new character.
New character.
Julia, what's your name, new character?
I'm the Drawfee daytime show host.
Drawfee daytime show host.
What?
Who's named?
Drawfee daytime show host.
Who has the name?
Dan.
Dan?
The Drawfee daytime
Dan.
show host.
Dan to Dan? Anime Dan to Dan?
No, it's different.
Oh.
I'm different.
Different Dan.
It's DAN space D apostrophe DAN.
Dan da Dan.
I'm
The Drawfee
Dan.
daytime show host.
Director.
That's, Julia, that's such a funny character you've made.
I loved it.
And it's very similar in many ways to a lot of characters we do here that people love.
That they came out of nowhere and don't make sense.
But this is why we're doing the Drawfee daytime show, because we have a guest here today.
Daytime show.
As opposed to what?
Daytime show.
Nighttime.
Yeah, this is not Drawfee Nights.
We're here to bring in some characters today and talk to them.
Could I perhaps say who suggested this?
I don't. You have to ask the
No.
host. Ask the daytime
No.
host.
Who
I-
pitched this show?
Okay, I'll tell you who pitched this show.
Thank
Dan.
you.
To Dan.
This one came from a Drawfee Patreon user, the 5th of 4, who said, "Could we see Jeff Grinder and other characters that were mentioned but not drawn? Are there any others that anyone knows offhand?"
That's why we're bringing them out here tonight.
Today.
Sorry, today.
Wait.
What time is it? Where am I?
I feel bad because I made y'all watch public access TV
Yeah.
with me right before recording, and I feel like I caused this.
Yeah, you did
might
this
have,
for sure.
Might have had some effect.
Joke's on you. I love public access television.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't have done this character had we not just watched that.
I mean, we don't know. There's no way to know.
So we do a lot of characters on this program.
Oh,
we just
yeah.
do like a silly voice, and then we subject all the other co-hosts to it for an indeterminate amount of time.
Yeah, and we all
Yeah.
do that equally to each other.
We all do it 100% equally. It's not mostly Nathan and then secondarily me. And
Everyone
then,
loves it.
And then Julia very occasionally, and then Karina never.
Yeah.
Karina just sets the pre-recording vibe by showing us
Yeah.
She incepts.
internet clips.
I do it on accident, but
But it works every time.
They were fun. They were fun to watch.
I'm glad.
And Nathan right now is depicting one of his beloved characters.
Who do we have on the show today?
People really liked this character. You all really liked this character.
I
when
didn't. Don't
when-
put words in my
when
mouth.
I did it. My recollection is everybody really liked it when I did it, and was really happy with with how it went. This is, of course, the Stinky Man from the I believe it was a makeup work episode.
Hello, Stinky
I'm
Man.
scared.
Welcome to the program.
Hello. I'm the stinky man.
Wow, you smell like shit.
Sorry,
oh my
I got
God.
really overwhelmed when you walked into the.
Oh, Jesus
Yes,
Christ.
I can only. Usually, I only teleconference
Oh.
into interviews, but you said
Why
it would
did
be
we
okay.
invite him?
Oh, no, you
I'm
have
sorry.
to go.
That was me.
Who?
It was me. It was I invited him. I'm sorry. I
Nathan,
didn't.
tell him to
I
leave.
thought it would be a fun.
Nathan, it's not
Hey,
funny. Nathan, I feel sick.
I'm so sorry. You have to go. Yes, this is usually how things go for me.
Yeah, just go. I don't care.
Okay, this is
go
the door.
now.
Is it this one that I came in? No, that's the closet. Well, this is
Now he's going to take all your money.
only the third worst interview I've done.
What was the worst?
That was Larry King.
Yep, that was him.
Man,
I liked it.
good times.
Karina, why are you making that face?
What face?
Is it because you loved it so much you don't know what to do with your face?
No, that's not what my face does when I like something. So close, though.
Ooh, so close.
But this is a fun little concept here to finally put a face to the voice, to the name.
The stinky man.
Oh,
Remember
Sticky
him?
Man's here. Welcome to the daytime, Drawfee daytime,
Thank you.
nighttime. What did I call it?
It's
The
the.
Drawfee daytime show.
Thanks for having me.
I hope this goes better than the interview you had with Larry King.
Yes, it's already going much better.
When it went bad really fast.
Yes. Trying to decide what I should look like.
That's
I-
got to be tough.
I do like this very angular approach you've taken to this man.
Yes, I figured I should be very shapy.
Yeah, for the stink.
Yes, to focus on the stink.
To focus on the stink.
I like how when I talk to you, I never know if I'm going to be talking to Nathan or the stinky man directly.
Yes, this is this is part of the conundrum that I create.
This is what pissed off Larry King so much.
Yes, he hated that. He hated that about it. It was clear he wanted the interview to be over.
Hey, real question.
Yeah.
What do you think the odds are that we as Drawfee will ever guest on a nighttime talk show like Jimmy Fallon?
Oh.
Why would we want that?
It's not whether we want it or not.
Oh, it
It
just
might-
happens to
What
us.
It could
happens?
be-
We just show up one day.
Could be forced on us, yeah.
Like, if the opportunity arose to be on Jimmy Fallon, I feel like I'd have to do it.
Yeah, if we got invited, if someone invited us,
I don't like it,
I wouldn't say no.
but
I'd
I
like
would go.
it.
But I would go.
I'd have a great time. Think of how much wider our audience would be as a result.
I don't think most of those people would stick around
Yeah.
once they saw what we did.
They would not tune in.
They might watch one portion of one episode and say, there was a reason I was not watching this.
Yeah. Oh, huh. That's what you do. Huh.
This is specific and not specifically for me, they'll say.
They already say that.
Yeah. I have to assume there was a lot
2
of people.
million creep.
But for every 100 people that watch and say, hey, this wasn't for me, there's 1 or 2 that say, this might be for me. And those ones subscribe.
That's how we got our start. Was just posting to a wider audience and seeing who stuck around.
You fools.
Welcome and thank you.
What's this?
He's got
Can't say that.
He's got his little stinky jar.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
Still can't say it.
Hold, Karina, hold.
You're doing so well.
What's wrong with my stinky jar?
And
Does it
why-
remind you of something?
What do you think's in it?
Karina's closed her eyes.
Deep breathing.
Can't say it. Gotta stop referencing that. No one ever likes it.
The stinky man's baiting you, Karina. Don't fall for it. He always does this. I don't remember any of his lore. Was he in the closet?
No,
not
we-
like
like-
he was gay.
Well,
Well, he tried to leave but went out the wrong door.
Yeah.
And ended up in Karina's closet.
That's right.
Oh, I was wondering why I hated him.
yeah.
Okay, now I remember.
Everything in your closet was so stinky afterwards.
Nathan the Stinky Man kind of looks like you a little bit.
He's got some similar features to me, for sure.
He kind of looks like a bestial Nathan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he looks like he has a stink cloud around him.
Yeah, he's a little...
Like Nathan.
Like Nathan.
Like
Just-
Nathan.
Yeah, that's something that we do have in common. is the-
I am
the
sitting
stink cloud
behind Nathan, and it is
around
hard
us.
to see the screen
Yeah.
Through the stink cloud.
through the stink cloud.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's always tough when I'm the one drawing.
It's surprisingly opaque, the stink cloud.
Which you wouldn't expect from gas.
Usually when gas is like that, it's really bad
Yeah.
for you.
That's what I should have just drawn an opaque cloud. Then I wouldn't have to do any
Just
of this.
canvas fill.
He looks like he's about to take a sip of that.
Yeah.
No, he only smells. He only smells. He
face.
doesn't sip. Should it be something else?
It can be the jar. His stink jar.
It's not the jar. It's just his stink jar. It's just like a jar that, like, if he finds something particularly stinky, he puts it in there.
And then he carries it
And
around.
then he carries it around so he can remember and catalog it for later.
And it's like smelling salts for him. He
Yeah.
takes like a big whiff of it and he gets super strength for a second.
Yeah.
He rips someone in half.
Yeah. Exactly. That's exactly how it works.
This dude's a menace.
Yes, I've been called a menace many times.
He's so hairy too.
I think he's covered in hair.
Okay.
That's more places to hide stink
Yeah.
if you have more hair.
Yeah, what are some stinky things that I could put on this man?
I'm looking at Karina's face.
Poo poo. Dookie.
Those are the same thing. Hope this helps.
It's fun to bring back characters that everybody liked a lot.
And remembers all the details
Yeah.
of.
It's good. Well, maybe we don't know what's making the stinks. Maybe he just has various sort of stains.
Garlic.
Oh, garlic's good. Maybe
But I
he's
like
got-
the smell of garlic. Onion.
Got one little garlic clove up here.
A whole clove of garlic, the stinkiest form of a garlic.
Well, if he needs a little extra burst, he can crack it
He
open.
cracks it over his head.
And it's like old garlic too, so it kind of like runs down his hair,
Ew.
infusing him with a new stink.
My elementary school.
Oh God, I'm worried where this is going.
Garlic?
Well, I was just thinking about stinky things.
Yeah.
My elementary school, it was very small because it was a private school.
Mm-hmm.
And the dumpster was near where you would play for recess. And they would just like throw out like the old food in there. But sometimes the milk cartons would leak in the dumpster. So it would just smell like old milk every couple of days.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So you'd be trying to play, and then just the smell of wafting old milk comes in.
That's school.
That's school.
That sounds like a quintessential school experience.
It was so gross.
One time, I was an adult man,
Okay.
and I was driving my car,
Uh-huh.
and I had a milkshake that I was drinking. And I drank most of the milkshake.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got where I was going and proceeded to leave it in my car and
Oops.
then leave my car there while I went on a vacation.
No.
Oops, whoops.
And then I came back after the vacation, and you're not going to believe this.
Did the milkshake stink?
The milkshake did stink pretty bad. And so I had to sort of live with the knowledge that I did that completely to myself for no reason. Just stink bombed my own car.
Gross, man.
And that's not the only time either.
I wish you would given me a call.
What would you have done?
I would have cataloged the stink.
It was a unique stink
Yes, I love a unique stink.
Put it in the stink jar?
because that's also the same car that had raw meat left in it.
No.
Why?
A symphony of stinks.
Because
A
I went
medley.
I went to Bonnaroo and we were about to grill some meat.
great stinks at Bonnaroo.
We were about to grill some
Experienced.
meat, but it started storming.
Mhm.
And so my friend just like took the meat we were about to grill and like threw it in the trunk to keep it dry.
Tale as old as time.
But I didn't know it had been put in there until I smelled it much later.
Yep.
And it was like hidden in the back of my trunk behind some things I couldn't see.
Yeah.
Those two are two of the worst smells I've personally had a hand in generating, I think.
And in generating.
Yeah.
I didn't realize I was talking to such a craftsman of stinks.
An accidental stink craftsman.
A savant.
I don't want to do it, but I do it.
Sometimes the stink chooses you.
Nathan, I like this drawing.
Thanks.
Snaps right back to Nathan.
Yeah.
I think he had a hard time coming back. He was
Yeah.
like, there was like a pause where he's like, I have to remember who I am.
Like, how am I approaching the situation?
Recover my wits.
Yeah, I think this is the canon what the Stinky Man looks like. Of course, fan artists feel free to have whatever interpretations of the Stinky Man you already came up with.
All those fan artists of the Stinky Man who are out there
Well, I
constantly
know,
doing Stinky Man fan art.
I know that the Stinky Man was at least in one Drawfee animated.
That's
So-
all it takes
Yeah.
to enable.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this is how I envision the Stinky Man,
I'm glad he's here and he exists now. And he's real.
and he's
I-
leaving. Goodbye. I'm not going into your closet this time. I remember the way out. Here I go, and I'm leaving.
Goodbye, Stinky Man.
Goodbye. Thanks for having me back. I'm done.
I'll go next.
Okay.
Okay, my turn up.
Who you drawing, Jacob?
I got this is a classic throwback guy.
Okay.
From the early days of Drawfee, the lore librarian.
Oh, wow. Any number of clips we could choose from.
Yeah, but here's one of them.
Tristan, the Lord Librarian.
I have awoken
the Lord,
from
the Lord
my long
Master
slumber.
of
The
Drawfee.
Lord Librarian, or was it Lord Librarian? I'm both.
It was unclear.
Yeah. Yeah, you sort of, you swallow the end of lore, so it could be whatever. It could be Lorm Librarian for all I know.
It could be non-librarian.
Norn Librarian, yes.
That's a nice callback for those kids.
Yeah, that was another
That's a
Marvel.
reference.
It was a Marvel episode we did.
Continuity.
There it was.
Wow.
That's a Tristan Cooper special.
Yeah.
No,
friend
we
of
don't
the
know
show.
who he is.
Oh, sorry.
Unconfirmed.
Yeah, he would show up whenever Tristan was on the show. But
Yeah.
But it wasn't Tristan.
No.
It could have been anyone.
could have been anyone.
Yeah.
But we never knew what they looked like.
I don't think I ever even met him.
You never met the lore librarian?
He was a little before your time, I think.
Wow.
Maybe it's kind of weird that the two of you have never been in the same place at the same time.
Yeah.
Huh.
Is the lore librarian?
Really kind of makes you think.
Hmm.
I didn't know you could think.
I can sometimes. I'm trying to think of how best to depict him because I don't want him to be like just a wizard. So I drew a little sausage.
I like that. Is that his
Okay.
news?
I think that's going to be his nose.
His nose?
Because he's kind of like a whimsical fellow.
Yeah, he knows so much lore.
And he knows a lot of lore.
He has a whole library of lore.
Yeah, I feel like he was always kind of joyful.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he was happy to know so
Aw.
much.
Yeah.
Give him a little mustache.
Yeah.
Oh.
Whereas
It's Luigi.
Luigi.
Oh, yeah.
Luigi.
Just give him this.
Oh, wow.
Mario.
Mario, I've been studying up on the lore.
Mario, I'm scared.
I have a burden of too much knowledge.
Mario, I learned some things that maybe I shouldn't have done.
The ancient truths, Mario.
They're too old.
Too old and too powerful.
Mario, I was kind of stuck in a mansion again.
I keep getting stuck.
I figured there was no way it was gonna happen again. It can't all the mansions I go in can't all be haunted, but
But they are.
they The sample size keeps growing. I think maybe I'm a curse, Mario.
I do have a question about Luigi's Mansion.
Okay.
As someone who's never played it.
Yeah.
It's called Luigi's Mansion. Is it his mansion? Does Luigi have a mansion?
Isn't it like in the first game, he like gets a thing that's like, Luigi, you inherited this mansion from like your uncle or something?
I've never played it. Don't look
You've
at
never
me.
played it? Why did I think you played Luigi's Mansion?
Because I like Luigi.
I didn't feel like Karina played it, but I did feel
No.
like Karina watched stuff for
See-
some reason. I don't know why I was
No.
under that impression.
See,
I like that this is the impression I give off. I'm gonna
You give off like a Luigi's Mansion vibe.
assume that's a compliment.
Yeah.
I think so.
I think
well,
so.
Okay.
well,
These
All
are these are the sorts of questions the lore librarian would be able to answer for us.
he's
Nathan.
no longer with us.
I know.
That's
No,
true.
He died. Unfortunately.
Natural causes.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look at him.
He lived a long and beautiful life, but he was too whimsical.
Yeah. I did look up the lore of Luigi Mansion.
Okay, yeah. Lay it on us.
He did win a mansion in a contest
Oh.
he never entered.
Oh, yeah.
Classic.
That would happen to Luigi.
Yeah. And he would fall for it, too. He'd be like, oh, seems so normal.
Luigi strikes me as the sort of guy that would go to Vegas and accidentally get married.
Yes, 100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he wouldn't even be drunk.
Yeah.
He would just feel too uncomfortable about saying no.
But he would go to sleep and forget.
I'm looking forward to the new Nintendo game, Luigi's Vegas Wife.
Does that exist? Is there fanfic where that happens, but it's Luigi and Bowser?
Oh.
Karina's looking. I was gonna, the second I looked up.
But then they have to stay together for like health insurance.
Yeah.
And then they actually fall in love.
And then it turns out they got more in common than they originally thought.
Yeah.
They both kind of don't like Mario for different reasons.
Does Luigi not like Mario?
I think that he's going to discover,
Oh, okay.
talking with Bowser,
Yeah, he has
he's going to be like, why don't you like Mario? And then they talk it through. It's like, you know what? I'm sick of playing second fiddle to that guy.
Maybe I don't like that fucking guy either. Now that you mention it.
I don't think there is one.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Hey, listener. I have a request.
Mm-hmm.
I want to read about how they have a Mario party in Vegas and Luigi and Bowser wake up and they accidentally got married. Thank you.
Yeah.
Please.
So get on that.
Please.
Yeah, I think there's cuteness potential there.
There is.
Yeah. And it could also be kind of hot.
There's hotness potential there.
There's cuteness. There's hotness.
What more could I say? How do you draw a book?
Do you know what a rectangle is?
Get him! Get him!
Whoa, no,
Get
I'm getting owned by my own words.
Oh.
Yeah.
I quit Drawfee.
Rip to him.
Rip to me.
So, fairly recently, I was talking to the team about ship names that I've discovered, and then Karina called me, or Karina,
I called myself.
you called yourself Ancient. That's what it
Yeah.
was. I did just discover that the ship name for Bowser and Luigi is Bowigi.
Luigi.
Did you say Bowser?
Bowser.
Did you say Bowser to me?
Maybe.
Sometimes you're so excited about saying
Bowser.
Bowigi
Bowigi.
that you say Bowser.
Other names are Green Shell.
Okay.
Cute.
Is that like a green flag, relationship green flag?
No, it's because Luigi is green and Bowser has a shell.
I do love that. Koopa Louie. Koopa Louie.
Koopa Louie.
Koopa Louie.
Okay, that one's a bit of a stretch.
Okay, how about this one? Louis Koopa.
It's less of a stretch. I'll hand him that.
But
That's
I don't
it.
know if it's like good.
I do like
Bawiji. Bawiji.
I'm like, I don't know. As like an ancient Yu-Gi-Oh fan, nothing ship names really moves me.
I just like the sound of them.
Yeah.
I'm in love with the sound of them.
I think we've talked about this. Old Yu-Gi-Oh fandom, every single possible ship name had a proper title.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, so like Pride shipping. That's
Okay.
Kaiba and Yami.
Oh, okay. All right.
So it was like not just a combination
Yeah,
name.
puppy shipping is Kaiba and Joey, etc., etc.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But why?
Way.
What do you mean? Why? It's just
Like
what they did.
how did people like settle on it is always what I wonder. Like how does one just rise to the top?
I think one just rises to the top.
I think there would be world peace if shippers were in charge of the world.
Oh no,
No.
there fucking
no.
wouldn't. Holy
No, there
shit.
fucking
You're right,
wouldn't.
you're right.
There'd be
Sorry.
world war.
Yeah. Things would be infinitely worse. What do you mean?
You're right. You're so right. The second it left my mouth, I was like, that's wrong.
the two government parties, pro shippers and anti.
Our land will be for the fruit shipping.
Oh, that's definitely one. I can't remember who fruit shipping is.
Fruit shipping is Yuya Sakaki, and Yuzu. Yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
The canon is the two are very close childhood friends. That's the first sentence of the
Of
paragraph.
course. Of course. Yeah.
I'm more into trash bag shipping, but I guess that's not really related.
Who's that?
Polar
Who's
shipping?
Trash bag?
Oh yeah,
Huh?
it was trash bag.
Who's trash bag?
I remember that correctly, right? I want to say it's Yuto and Shun.
I think this is just about done here.
I
I'm
like
still trying
him.
to prove to myself that it was called trash bag shipping.
He looks like a real classic cartoon character.
Yeah, it's kind of the vibe
He looks
I
like
wanted.
a cereal mascot.
Oh,
Oh, he
Yeah.
does. You're so right.
I feel like the lore librarian's so ancient that I want him to evoke an older time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And look at how much he loves the lore.
He's so excited about the
He's
lore.
surrounded by lore. He's having the time of his damn life.
He looks like he's saying, Julia.
Julia.
Your character. Boom boom.
Yeah.
Anyways, this
Good
is lore
times.
librarian. Tristan, miss you, love you.
Hope you're doing well.
Hope you're doing well.
Or not.
Let's play Monster Hunter.
Hope you're doing.
And I'm done.
I was correct. I'm always correct.
It was trash bag.
Yeah, but it has a secondary name.
Yay!
It's more common for them to have two names now. So
Oh, okay.
I was being gaslit by Google.
Oh.
Damn.
Gaslit by Google sounds like a fanfic title as well.
where Luigi and Bowser get married in Vegas.
Yeah, because they Googled something incorrectly and got the wrong info.
And they Google how to get an annulment and it's not giving them any answers, so they decide to stay married.
There it is.
It writes itself.
There it is.
Perfect.
I'm done. Karina, you want to get in here and draw one?
Sure.
Okay, Karina.
What?
Which of our beloved iconic characters will you be drawing for us today?
I have been tasked again to be incredibly predictable, I've heard. So have at it.
It's what we want.
So you're going to be doing our boy Jeff Grinder from the artists, from the characters with the same voice actor episode.
Yeah.
Yes.
Run the clip. I'm voice acting.
Wow.
That's a good voice,
This
though.
is a character. He's called
Are you Solid Snake?
Jeff Grinder.
I feel
Jeff
this
Grinder.
is disrespectful to voice actors.
I'm getting into voice acting, and this is Jeff Grinder, professional. He grinds up the criminals
Grinds up crime.
professionally, and also he goes on Grinder separately.
Grindr.
on the
Nice.
side.
There he was.
Wow.
That was him.
Powerful.
My hero.
I think all we really knew about Jeff Grinder is that he fights crime, he grinds crime,
And he also grinds on
and he
guys.
also grinds on guys because he goes on the app Grinder.
Yeah.
How he grinds crime, I don't know if we ever established. I don't remember.
He grinds them up. He grinds up the criminals.
I
Yeah.
have like an idea, but it would require me to do something incredibly technically complicated.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck
Okay.
it.
I believe in you.
I'm the last to draw. Y'all are waiting on me.
Yeah.
Keep you here as long as I want.
We're being held hostage.
Oh no, I have to see a thing I want to see drawn by Karina.
Oh no, we have to
Oh,
watch Karina
God.
draw something technically complicated.
Oh.
All of her art skills on full display.
I have to watch Karina use her skills to make something that I concocted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a freaking nightmare.
Oh,
Oh, it's a hellscape.
That was you.
Yeah.
Jacob is the voice of Jeff Grinder.
Oh, I was? Sorry,
You-
when I listened back to it, I thought it was someone else.
I thought it was you just thought Jeff
Did you-
Grinder was in the
Okay,
room
question.
with us.
Did
Yeah.
you think it was Nathan?
I didn't know. I thought we got like a professional voice actor or something.
It's hard to tell. It is
It's
hard
really
to
hard
tell
to
when you
tell.
listen to it that it's not a professional voice actor.
Although I do feel like, Karina, you had a pretty important hand on this ball.
On his balls?
On his balls. we each had one hand on each ball.
There was no set of footsteps in the sand.
No footprints.
It's because we were cupping his balls with
Yeah,
one hand.
there were no
Oh.
set
And he
of ball
carried
prints.
us.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, there wasn't a drag line.
Because you're the one who said that he was he was grinding crime by daylight and grinding guys by moonlight.
It does sound like something I'd say, I guess.
So that implies some sort of costume change, perhaps.
Or does it?
Or does it?
I guess,
They're both like part of his persona.
yeah. Well, doing something by daylight and doing something else by moonlight sort of
This is
invokes
already above my pay grade.
Sailor Moon to me.
Uh-huh.
And she does her cool little spin costume change animation.
But Jeff Grinder, I need you to understand this.
Yeah.
He's not living a double life.
No.
He's just Jeff
He's
Grinder
always Jeff Grinder.
all the time.
Yeah.
And he this pose, Karina. I'm loving it so far.
We're just basking in the glory.
ass king. The ass king is one of his villains.
Villains to lovers.
Jeff Grinder and the ass
They
king.
get accidentally married.
That's my ska band name.
He
Jeff
goes
Grinder and the Ass King.
he goes from grinding to grinding.
Yeah, it changes mid grind, the type of grind.
Whoa.
Oh my god. I can see why it's technically difficult, Karina. You are a brave.
Oh my
you
god,
are
is he
brave
going to be on a
soldier.
motorcycle?
Well, we'll see if I can draw a motorcycle.
You just have to hint at one.
Yeah, I can draw.
Motorcycles can look like anything, especially if it's like
Yeah.
the future. Jacob and I watched the trailer for Judge Dredd.
No, it was
No,
for,
it's
it was for
Dredd.
Dredd.
Sorry.
Did any of you watch Dredd?
Absolutely not.
The
I
Judge-
also hadn't
The
seen
Judge
it.
Dredd movie from like 2014.
And there is a wild looking motorcycle from that movie.
Hell yeah.
That movie's one of those that's like way better than you think it would be.
I heard it was pretty good.
It's just really fun. It's a really fun, stupid action movie. It's got the setup that I think is one of my favorite setups for a thing, which is they were like, what if you had a giant, like Kowloon walled city-esque
Yeah.
building, but
Mega
it was
city.
full of nothing but crime,
Yeah.
and Judge Dredd has to go there to stop the crime, but then they lock all the doors. Judge Dredd's trapped in crime tower
Yeah.
with all the criminals.
But they're trapped in there.
Criminals.
They're trapped in there with him also.
Yeah. And so he has to like ascend crime tower
Yeah.
to ultimately take down Cersei
Crime.
Lannister.
Yeah. They did the raid redemption, but
Yeah, they just did it again.
But it's big. The building's a whole city.
It's bigger, yeah.
Well, here's my question.
They watched the raid redemption and were like, "What if the building was bigger?"
That was pretty sick, but the building was kind of small. For my
It wasn't
taste.
even that big of a building, so
Yeah.
I
think
want to
it
do
could
that,
be-
but
It
bigger.
could be bigger, and then what if Judge Dredd was there?
and then
too?
also, yeah, we got some IP from comics.
like dig through the IP bin, see what we got in there.
Yeah. Who could we put in the building?
Oh, Judge Dredd!
Oh yeah.
That dude hates crime.
Jacob did describe it as RoboCop meets the Punisher.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sort of his vibe.
Yeah. My question about sort of the premise, as someone who's not seen Dredd,
Mm-hmm.
is that they've trapped him in this city. They lock all the doors
Yeah.
to trap him in there.
Yeah.
But in the trailer, they show him destroying just so many walls.
Yeah, he blows
So
up
why
a lot
doesn't
of
he just
walls.
like bust out?
Well, he still
the-
wants to get the criminals.
The interior walls must be made from a different material than the exterior walls.
I am always saying this.
It's like you build the walls around the mega city to keep the people in, and
Uh-huh.
then inside the mega city, it doesn't matter. Those walls you can really cut some corners on.
You can do whatever you want with those.
because they're walls for criminals. Criminals love to break down walls.
But you got to understand, Julia, Dredd does not want to leave.
So it
They
doesn't
think-
matter if they
think
locked
they've
him
trapped
in.
him. They're like, we've trapped him, but he's like, I still have to get these criminals.
And
Whether you lock me in or not, I'm going to be in here getting these criminals.
There was no point to them locking it.
Well, they want
Well, it's-
to kill him.
it creates it's the conflict.
Now, you might be asking, how does this relate to Jeff Grinder? Well, he has a very similar story.
Yeah.
When he raids the Ass King's asshole.
asshole.
The asshole.
Oh.
The asshole.
It's like a castle.
Without
Th-
the C.
This is a conversation that the Ass King had to have with the contractors that built the
Yeah.
asshole.
Yeah, they're like,
It's like-
sir, they're gonna think that you're saying asshole.
It's like, no, what are you talking about?
It looks like a castle.
It looks like a castle,
And I'm the Ass King.
so it's the asshole.
It's the asshole. The
It's
Ass King's asshole.
ASSTLE, asshole. Now we're gonna have to draw the Ass King on a future.
Yeah, next episode.
Yeah, we're setting up a new character.
A lot of people asking for us to draw the Ass King.
Ass King for the Ass King. And so Jeff Grinder goes in, and obviously he beats the criminals by vibrating his ass cheeks on them so fast that they like sort of are reduced to their component parts, like,
Yeah.
into atoms.
So you're telling
He
me
atomizes
he
them.
could bust out of the city that
He
Dredd's
could bust
He could bust.
in. He could bust.
If there's
He
one
busts
thing-
out. Sorry.
He busts out and crime.
He what?
Busts crime.
He busts crime
and
he-
also out.
and he busts the
Out.
nut.
and he busts a nut
Yeah.
at night. But in the daytime, here's where it gets complicated.
Yeah.
The Ass
Okay.
King. The Ass King's ass is so huge and formidable.
Right. That's why
Okay.
he gained the title of Ass King.
Yeah, and so Jeff Grinder's trying to do his patented grinding technique,
Mm-hmm.
but he can't get through the Ass King's defenses fast enough,
Right.
and daytime becomes nighttime.
Oh.
And that's when he stops grinding criminals and starts grinding on guys.
Right. And it turns out the Ass King is a guy.
Turns out.
Wait a minute. You're a criminal and a guy?
Is that what you're telling me? No, I'm asking. I know you're asking, but
Got a whole Who's on First.
yeah.
And then
Love
they
Abbott and
spend
Costello.
all night grinding sensually
Yeah.
until the morning, and the combat resumes. And this almost seems like one of those like creation myths.
The creation myth of Drawfee, Jeff Grinder and the Ass King. Yeah.
Like, that's how the sun and the moon were made. Somehow.
You did lose me when you said the day becomes night. I I was like literally?
Well, as time goes.
Don't cry. Fuck.
It's a beautiful story.
Love, I have to teach you the story of our ancestors. Recites this story. What?
It doesn't even make any sense.
Papa, where does the sun go at night? Well, let me tell you about Jeff Grinder and the Ass King. You know what? I don't think I want to know anymore.
I'll figure it out on my own, I think.
Long ago.
Oh, and then they can use that phrase for like when it's raining but the sun's out. They can say like, "Up,
Jeff Grinder is crying."
He's grinding on the Ass King.
Jeff's grinding the Ass King again."
You know what's really messed up?
What?
What? Nothing we've said.
Nothing we've said. Is that someone could watch this episode and they could take it upon themselves to like write this story we've concocted on like a scroll or something or on a tablet.
Yeah.
And then just like bury that shit in the ground. And then like 10,000 years later, someone's going to dig it up and be like, this is what they believed.
Whoa.
Back then.
I
Yeah.
hope they
Like,
do.
why else
Yeah.
would they put it on a tablet if they
Yeah.
didn't believe it?
You only put things you believe on tablets
Yeah.
and scrolls.
Karina, you're making Jeff Grinder look so cool.
Yeah, this is awesome.
He is cool.
He is
Cool.
rad.
He's the coolest.
He fucking rules.
He's
I guess
got a
it's the treatment he
real-
deserves then, but
Real like 80s
Yeah.
action movie.
like Escape from New York.
Yeah.
Yeah, he escapes from New York to grind on guys using Grinder.
You don't need to escape New York to do
I
that.
was about to say, a lot of people escape to New York to do
Yeah,
that.
escape to New York.
Escape to New York.
It's more grindable guys there. High quantity of grindable guys.
High
He lives
quantity
in New
and quality.
Jersey.
Yeah. And he goes to New
Yeah,
York.
he's out in Fort Lee. Help him.
I got to escape Hoboken.
There's no grindable guys here.
I've already met them all.
Jarvis, locate the nearest grindable guys. He uses Jarvis also.
Yeah. Works part-time for this guy.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just...
Very good, sir.
Wow, you really ran through all of them in Fort Lee, huh?
The only one left is Ass King.
The most grindable guy.
He's too grindable. He has to be stopped.
DC comic angle.
Yeah.
Yes. Snap that spine right in two.
Now keep going.
Yeah.
He can have one of those like super boxy motorcycles.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Like
that's
a
what, that's
comic.
kind of what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
the Dread
totally.
Cycle. I pulled up the Dread motorcycle because it cracks me up.
It's really boxy.
It's they were like, I don't want anyone to see this thing, so we're gonna put a cardboard box over it and spray paint it
Elon
black.
Musk saw that and said, that's so fucking sick, dude.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
base
exactly.
my whole
I'm gonna-
identity
Yeah,
around
I'm
it.
gonna make one of those that can explode.
It'll straight up kill you and not let you out
It'll lock you onto the motorcycle if you get into an accident
for your safety.
for your safety, unless you pay a subscription.
Jeff Grinder got this motorcycle custom built, and he kept going back and being like, "No, raise the seat higher."
Yeah. It'd be fully vertical. Wait, horizontal.
I need to be so horizontal that, I'm vertical.
That was also in character. He forgets things.
You know the one I mean.
Yeah.
Whichever one means like this. And then he just does the pose on the ground.
Yeah, he does like that like male stripper move where he just kind of like,
Yeah, he's like doing
does
like
a body roll.
body
down.
roll.
Yeah.
Which one is this?
I want my torso to be horizontal and my ass to be vertical.
That's what I meant.
That's what I want and what I meant. I'll be back tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Get it done. There's crime out there going unground.
I've got to get out of New Jersey.
Tomorrow.
If I don't find some grindable guys soon, I'll lose my powers. He's like Superman with the yellow sun, the light of the yellow sun.
Yeah.
What?
The yellow sun of the earth.
That powers Superman.
Yeah.
They kind of forget about that as time goes on.
Little
but
bit.
it
Yeah.
did power him in the past.
Can we just acknowledge that Karina was like, do I want to challenge myself and do something super technical? Sure, I guess. And then just proceeded to nail it.
It's so it's so satisfying
It's so
to
doable.
watch.
Yeah, you're busting.
Yeah.
What you don't see by this image is that the motorcycle exclusively drives backwards.
Oh.
It's easy
Ass
access.
He
first.
goes ass first towards crime.
Yeah, he's constantly switching his gaze between Grindr on his phone and the rear view camera on the motorcycle.
Does it have sort of like the hydraulics that some cars do that
Can
make
lift
it bounce?
him up and bounce
Make him
it.
clap his cheeks.
Yeah.
It
Instead
sure
of like
does.
a missile launching button like a James Bond car,
Hmm.
his just vibrates him.
Yeah.
It just vibrates him.
Vibrates his butt.
Well, his butt is like attuned to the vibrations of like the surroundings,
Yeah.
Mine would be-
so he can tell where he's going based on feel alone.
Oh, he doesn't even need the camera.
No,
That's just there in case anybody looks.
if he catches you looking in the camera,
I like what you see.
that's it for you. But he does need his eyes to use Grindr, the app,
Yeah.
because it's digital, no vibrations.
Serious question
Yes.
about Jeff Grinder.
Okay.
Yes.
Does he have a boob window on his ass?
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
butt,
Such a
butt
sick-
cleavage window.
It's such a sick costume, dude.
Sorry, you have a question, but I'm also just like, okay, so he grinds. What grinds? Like stones? I keep confusing grinding with grating.
Oh, what grinds?
Yeah.
Are you thinking like to put something on his costume or?
Yeah. What does he grind with? other than
gears?
his ass? I'll just give him more small spikes.
Spikes are great for grinding,
Yeah.
like a weed grinder.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's like a bunch
anyway.
of spikes, and
Anyway,
you put
keep
it
going,
in, and you
keep
go
going.
like.
Oh, you could also have like a mortar and pestle.
Yeah.
Jeff Grinder,
Yeah.
Yes.
in his casual day to day, like when he's going to bed, do you think he has booty shorts? And do those booty shorts have like a word across them? And what would they be?
He does not wear anything to bed.
No,
That's fair,
He
okay.
wears a sock over his penis.
Because otherwise it would get a little cold.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but he
Okay.
needs to have his ass exposed to the elements.
Yeah.
because that's how he like sees and hears.
If it's like really cold, he'll wear a t-shirt.
He's like a daredevil with
He's
his
like
ass.
Daredevil
With his ass.
yeah.
And he does, but he also has all of his other senses too. It's
They're-
not that he didn't have to lose any of his senses in order to.
They're just not
Yeah.
as strong.
no,
Yeah.
they're not nearly as strong.
Yeah.
Oh my
Get a
God.
motorcycle. I don't know what to tell you.
But I do
Like
think
that.
he does own some booty shorts. Just they're not for sleeping in.
Okay.
Yeah, that's formal wear.
That's-
special occasion.
Yeah.
I have to go to a wedding.
My cousin's graduation is tomorrow.
He made me promise I'd put my ass away
Just says congratulations, Derek.
on the ass.
Yeah.
Derek.
Derek Grinder.
Grind.
Is that another phone? Oh no, it's the back of his motorcycle.
It
I
could
was
be
like,
another
damn.
It could be a screen. There's no way to know.
It's for his ass with the ass senses.
Oh my god, I can't believe I got this right.
Yeah,
I
you
can't
nailed
believe
it.
You made this work.
This is incredible.
This is so chaotic.
Karina's too powerful.
I'm so glad you
Speeding down the highway.
freaking went for it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
My friend Luigi's getting married.
In Vegas.
I have a sneaky suspicion he already got married and is just lying to cover up like some story that happened while I was grinding.
Well, they said they were legally married, but this is their official wedding.
Yeah.
Friends and family.
Turns out they actually fell in love.
Huh. I wish I could read about it. But it's a good story. If someone were to, I don't know, write it down.
That would be pretty cool.
Hold the fanfic up to my ass.
That's how I read. Yeah, that's why this is where it goes.
If he reads with his ass, for some reason, the first image that came to my head was him, like, tailing someone in a park and, like, trying to disguise that he's there.
Right.
So he has he's sitting, like, with his ass on the bench with, like, a newspaper in front of it.
Holding it with his feet,
Yeah.
like upside down.
They'll never know.
If he looks with his ass, then if he needs to drive forward, then this is a front-facing camera. It's like right here, and it projects on this screen so that he can see what's in front. How does this man work?
No, it makes sense. No, it makes sense.
It makes sense. You'll be ashamed of your words and deeds.
It's all cohesive. It
Yeah.
all works.
Yeah.
Oh
Wow.
my god.
Thank you so much for doing
Yeah.
this for him
I'm
and for me.
I'm so glad, Jacob, that you decided to do the voice of Jeff Grinder.
One time.
One time
It
3
let us-
years ago.
Let us hear.
Yeah, who knew?
Yeah, and if there was ever a stream where we drew Jeff Grinder, no, there wasn't. Shut the fuck up. No one asked.
That's
I
not
do
canon.
think we did, but that it didn't feel right then, and now I know it wasn't.
Now he has a full life.
Yeah, and you can match with him on Grindr if you're in the New Jersey,
if
New
you-
York area.
If you're pure of heart and are in the New Jersey, New York area.
I'll even go to Connecticut.
I drive fast and I grind fast.
Rhode Island's too far, though.
We're done.
Yeah.
I gotta go.
This one was really just for the fans. I hope you enjoyed it.
If you're not a fan,
You won't be now.
yeah,
Well,
I'm sure you had something to consider,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but
You got some stuff to go back and watch.
yeah. And if there were any other characters that we did that we never drew, let us know in the comments.
Oh yeah.
because we do not remember them.
Yeah, no, we
okay?
really tried. These were the 3 we came up with.
And
Really
I'm
pulling
here.
blanks.
Yeah.
And also, we have a Patreon. That's the best way to support us if you like what we do.
Yeah.
And also the best way to give us episode suggestions and indulge in our variety of rewards,
Yeah, if that's what you do.
if that's what you do.
Yep.
And you can also indulge in our merchandise at DFTBA, link down below. And if you want to see us live where we can talk back to you, like
Mhm.
in like that, like a sassy way, we'll
Yeah,
like talk back to
rudely.
you. Twitch.tv/Drawfee show, probably 7 p.m. Monday nights.
Probably. Sounds right.
Yeah.
We're sorry.
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 Sorry.